In today's video, you're gonna learn how to defend yourself Krav Maga style. Let's get into it.
Today's class, we're gonna be handling the 5 most common situations for a street fight. So situation number 1 is someone attacking you with a swinging motion. It could be a punch.
It could be a punch.
We also learn that it could be a knife or a bottle of beer.
Right.
Okay? Boom.
Oh! All right, my first impression, Krav Maga. I don't have any preconceived notions about this art, but what I will say is I hate the speed in which he attacks. If you watch my instructor, John Danaher, if you watch Mayweather teaching a boxer who's coming up how to work, it's never like 1,000 miles an hour. Usually these theatrics are to sell you on a technique as opposed to just breaking things down and teaching you. So that's a red flag for me, right? What happened?
What happened? You gave with a swinging motion towards my face. I blocked it.
Okay, high block at a 45-degree angle, used in traditional martial arts, also used in boxing.
Get inside with a palm strike.
I'm a big fan of palm strikes.
For a hold.
Okay, so what he's doing is he's grabbing the same side. I've never been a true fan of grabbing the wrist and the shoulder on the same side. Now with the gi on, that changes. You can reach over for the belt, there's throws from there, etc. But, you know, in a street fight, I wouldn't necessarily do that. And I'll break that down in a little while.
I'm coming with a punch. You're blocking. Open hand. Palm strike, palm strike.
I like it.
Palm strike.
Okay.
Excellent. Hold,
excellent.
Hold. And a knee.
So,
from here
let's
also.
be factual for 1 second. Do you think Noel would be able to pull a grown man down by grabbing his wrist and shoulder on the same side? It's a question for you guys. Leave a comment below.
Holding and pushing you. It could be with a choke.
Oh, the old school grab and push. I love it. High school days, huh?
Or just, he's like, holding.
Hey, look at him on the right. He's like, listen, I know the film's rolling. I know you're the one teaching, right? You got the looks, you got the good set of hair. Don't grab my fucking shirt like that.
Hold my shirt.
He's about to get his ass beat.
Quick. And he's pushing. No.
Oh, yeah. Can't teach it. He has to show you. He has to act like Jean-Claude Van Damme circa 87.
Yogev was holding my shirt.
Oh, Yogev getting a little aggressive. He's trying to get him back. You want to break this down from a psychological perspective? They're both just trying to one-up each other in front of the girl, Noelle. That's really what's happening here. There's a layer behind this video that no one's noticing, and it's who's the baddest in this. Now we know gentleman on the right has a little bit of esteem because he's the one he's the host of the show, if you will. But you know what? The guy on the left with the long hair is sick and tired of playing second fiddle to the host.
And he's pushing me, moving back.
Nope. I'm gonna tell you right now, nobody in my comment section that has a martial arts background, especially grappling, is gonna suggest elbowing past the shoulder line. You know why you wouldn't do that? You've exposed your back. The cardinal sin of fighting. Never expose your back to your opponent. Offensively speaking, always get to your opponent's back. So why would I use my elbow to break grips in order to then expose my back? That to me is a very, very bad idea. So, gentleman on the left with the beautiful hair is just gonna take his left arm out and grab around the host's far hip and then control his ability to turn within his arms. Very dangerous, especially within the context of a street fight.
Breaking his hold with my elbow.
Of course, the elbow is going to be effective if you can time it, but there's better options. Oh, he loves this same side grip.
Push him away.
Look at her. She's absolutely enamored with him. She's got the googly eyes. Oh my God.
I'm holding your shirt.
Oh, this is getting oddly sexual now. So now he's grabbing the throat. You know, I talked about this, I forget, it was the fraud video with the multiple frauds, Jubilee. Shout out Jubilee, great channel. I talked about how, at least in Western society, me as an instructor, I would feel uncomfortable physically grabbing a female student's throat like that. I don't think the world should be this way. I think we should be allowed to do it. But there's obviously some weird tension going on. Check it out.
Left leg going.
She's like, why would I break the grip? I love this.
Counter-attacking.
Grab his same side shoulder, knee him in that grinding, and push. She's like, this is great. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, hit the like button. It's a button, right? Yeah, hit the like. It helps the channel grow. I appreciate you guys. Let's get back into it.
Situation number 3.
Let's see it.
Very common situation. A headlock.
Headlock is common in street fights.
Whoa, stepping with him, going. To the face.
You know that I love when they talk about hitting the groin. It's just so comical, so I'm gonna rewind it and rewatch it because I got the maturity level of a 4-year-old.
Stepping with him, going. To the face, holding the, all the way to a weak spot, to the nose.
To the nose? You guys know how I feel about the nose. You know how I feel about the nose. It don't work, dog. I love the comments. There's always two guys that go, well, actually, there's a peripheral nerve that runs through your lower nose portion. It's like, bro, beat it, nerd. All right? You grab my nose, bro, you're just gonna infuriate me.
The other hand goes around to the hair or to the nose.
Not to the nose.
Hammer fist, push me away. Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
Good.
Give her a little credit like she's a little girl. He's like, you remember. Good girl. Good. Pats her on her head. You're really, really smart for being a girl, you know? And look at her. Look how excited she is. She's like, I am a smart girl.
Okay, situation number 4. We have someone actually what? Holding your hand. Pulling you, right? Now, that's right that you could...
Dude on the right is losing a lot of steam with Noelle over here. And you can see the distance between them, right? There's a longer distance between him and the girl and black shirt and the girl.
So the last situation for today, situation number 5, is going to be someone coming with a bear hug from behind.
Bear hug from behind. Let's see the defense for this.
Bear hug. He's already lifting.
He had to do it. He had to do it. He's like, this is my last chance. This is the last technique. I gotta impress this girl. I'm gonna lift this dude straight off his fucking feet right out the gate. She doesn't look impressed though. She has kind of a stance of like,
I think he's trying too hard.
oh, he's gonna vine the leg.
His foot, boom, going with strikes to the ground.
All right, vines really do work, so that's not a bad technique. We have different ways of vining in wrestling, but that's not necessarily the worst form of preventing a guy from lifting. It's actually very effective. Now, would my first reaction be to hit the guy? No, because I feel like groin attacks are overestimated in self-defense.
Is I kind of wrap my own leg around his leg, so I kind of become a part of him. Do this.
She's ready. This is the moment she's been waiting for.
And strike, going. Excellent back.
I'll tell you what bothers me and why I don't suggest teaching, like, especially TMA style kicks, traditional martial arts style kicks to people who aren't really been training it for a long time. It takes a lot of flexibility to deliver those kicks, man. And even really good martial artists that take a while off, your hips get tight. And it's because she's not training her whole life to chamber kicks. It's really difficult to do. Let's get into the next one.
So Sean is going to show us some practical Krav Maga strikes.
All right, so now we're gonna look at some practical Krav Maga strikes. Be ready. That's all I'm saying. Oh, you're gonna do that to me, girl? You're gonna do a switch kick in the air like that? In the air like that? No. Don't teach regular housewives to throw jumping switch kicks. That's impractical. Krav Maga's whole statement, their whole patois, if you will, is to say, oh, listen, we're practical. Imagine a grown man, 240, like taking that kick and going, what are you doing? Give me your purse. She kicks him again. Stop kicking me. Give me your purse. I don't think that's the smartest thing. Why don't I love jumping hammer fists? I love hammer fists, especially on the ground. But when you hit with a hammer fist, man, you can break your wrist. You can do a lot of damage on your wrist. You guys gotta be careful doing that. I like to land with this part of my forearm if you're standing up. On the ground, you can get away with placing it a little bit easier because on the ground, it's less dynamic. You can control where they are if you're on top. Standing where there's movement, I'm aiming for this part of my arm. I don't want to get caught here and destroy the tendons in my wrist.
So now let's learn.
There's competition for Noelle now. We got some other babes here. Orden is just feeling like a god, right? He's like, listen, I brought all the Israeli chicks out for this one.
We won't actually open the hands. Because if we're gonna do something like this, we're showing the attacker, hey, I'm ready to fight. I don't want to lose my element of surprise. I don't want to lose my surprise.
Kind of like that. I think there's a lot of value in body positioning and posture. The way you posture yourself in a self-defense or even at a party or anything. The way you position your body says a lot about your intentions.
First move you're gonna learn is a palm strike. That means something is going on.
You're never gonna upset me with palm strikes. I know. It's like, Steve, I know you like palm strikes. Dude, I fucking palm strikes heavy. Well, every once in a while I get a comment of someone saying, palm strikes or this or that. It's like the only reason they were used by Boss Rutan is because the rule said had. Shut your mouth. The fact of the matter is you're reinforcing through this thick bone. So the risk of breaking the small bones in your hand or destroying the tendon in your wrist are very low. Now, of course, if you palm strike with this part of your hand, you're gonna destroy yourself. You wanna land with the heel of your palm. Very effective. Ease up on the comments.
That's 4.
I think they're a tie with power.
Protect your face. 5,
Oh, so the issue is I like the palm out thing, but once you decide to officially strike, you're gonna wanna bring that left hand closer to home. You don't wanna have your left hand back by your shoulder while you're throwing the right hand, because you're just assuming that the person attacking you is encountering you with their own punch or palm strike.
Aggressive.
So my thing is just keep your hands up. The opposite side hand has to be up.
So after we learn the palm
The
strike,
girl on the far left is just feeling a little like outdone here. She's standing there. She's like, oh my God, wait till they have kids, all right? You're gonna start judging me? Don't come on now, girl.
the second most practical strike.
What's that?
Kick to the groin. Looks like this.
Of course, kick to the groin.
There's no attacker is going to choke this way, right?
I've seen this plenty of times.
2,
Kick those balls.
straight, 3, aggressive.
Imagine charging
4,
people for this kind of training. I can't imagine having this in my gym.
Good. So we actually learned 2 moves.
This is such a different approach to training than the way I've come up, right? This is all like feel-good stuff, you know? You don't get compliments where I come from, whether it's Gleason's boxing gym, training on a John Danaher, you know, I mean, you get a good job, Stephen Williams. I mean, there's such a congratulatory energy to this place. What do you guys think about Krav Maga? Is this something you think is legit or is this insanity? Leave a comment below. We'll be back later with another video.
Everybody place those arms down. All right?